Hey there, welcome to part 15 of my 1956 Devon 250 SS, transforming it into a 1959 Ferrari 250 Testarossa-Le Mans replica. So I am working on the escutcheon for my hood scoop. I tried to use my shrinker stretcher to shrink out this area and expand on the outer perimeter, and I kept on breaking the metal. So what I decided to do is just use this hood scoop as a template and cut out two what I call candy canes, and then use my Mittler Brothers Jamie Jordan edition bead roller with a V-bend to score it, and then I use the vise to pull it to where I needed it, and I have all the holes laid out, and that's ready to be welded. So speaking of welding, I'm gonna have some welding going on. If anybody is a MIG welder and can come out to Las Vegas, if you live in Las Vegas and can teach me with my combination machine, I would really appreciate that. So the interior is kind of almost done. This hump right here is gonna be riveted to the floor temporarily with Clecos, and then I'm gonna perimeter weld, or pay somebody to teach me how to perimeter weld all the way around here. That's about 17 inches. This is about 12 inches. And then these three components will be one, and then they're gonna be painted silver along with the rails. Moving to the dashboard here, this has to bend around so that my piano hinge can allow me at any time to undo a few screws and pull it down and access the wiring. It's gonna be great for installing the gauges as well as for future maintenance if I have to add anything or repair anything. So my wonderful girlfriend was wondering why I don't show how I actually make stuff. So I was going to use my 3-in-1 shear brake roller to make this radius, but then I thought to myself, I have an English wheel, might as well not cheat the process and put some skill into it. So right here is I think a 2-inch radius die, and then of course the big flat die on top. So what I do is I put it in the machine like that, give a little bit of tightness, and as I push down, this top radius is keeping the metal flat, the bottom radius is allowing it to bend, and I'm working the radius in. I used a 4-foot bubble level to get this line here. I want to start the radius as soon as we depart from the directional hole and the ignition hole, and this is going to be a 90-degree radius. Already put my holes in for the piano hinge, and this is how you work the English wheel. So every stroke I do here gives another half a degree of movement, and I will eventually have 90 degrees. You can see that just this couple of moves right here, I already have about 40 degrees in, and I could slowly shape it. And you know what, to tell you the truth, it feels a little better having manipulated it myself, getting my hands dirty, than putting it in the machine and rolling it and letting the machine do the work. I want to do some hands-on stuff because in 1959, I'm sure the Porsche factory, or excuse me, the Ferrari factory was all hands-on, and I want the car to have that hand-built look. So we'll see you for part 16 in a couple weeks, or maybe less, and I'll talk to you later.